guys, it's Black Red from 287 and welcome to the channel. So today the video gonna be talking about the Sx19, but we're gonna talk about the top 10 for the mixed legion. So same as the 3 other videos, the no skins and with the skins. So let's jump on our list, and in the top 10 we have Harald, Lewis and Healer. I'm not gonna lose time with this legion because I don't see the point of this legion. Of course, Harald is super strong. It's gonna be pairing with Healer, and doesn't matter that much what you put in the middle actually, because the most important are really the 2 heroes. Why Lewis? I don't see the point to put Lewis with them. It's gonna work, yes, but not really the best legion for Lewis and not the best for Harald. So really, I don't recommend at all to play this. If you want to play Harald, put Bleeding Steed in the middle, Cleopatra, you can put Skanda, you can put Hellfire. Really gonna be way better than this. So we're not gonna lose time with this. Top 9 we have Octavius, Warden and Caesar. We're gonna see Caesar a lot actually. Caesar is one of the strongest damage hero in the game. With our Warden, it's gonna be perfect because Warden gonna boost the basic attacks of Caesar, so it's gonna be doing tons of damage. And then we have Octavius as a tank, so he's just a good tank to play. Not the best in the game, but he's good, so why not? Why not? Top 8 we have Hellfire, Cleopatra and Caesar. Okay, you can see that the Hellfire is put with infantry and Cleopatra also in infantry. So Cleopatra actually doesn't change what you're going to put with, just going to change the stats. So they prefer to put infantry. It's going to be more tanky. I guess that's why they put infantry. And for Hellfire, it's going to change the way that one of his skills gonna work, so it's a little bit different than the cavalry one. So I guess it's working better as a tank with infantry on him. So this legion doesn't have any particularity, it's just strong heroes put together. Cleopatra gonna work in many combos, Hellfire also. They are both good supports, and that's it. So top 7 we have Alexander, Warhammer and Cleopatra. This legion is very weird actually. I don't see the point also to put Caesar with those heroes. There's really way better combos to put Caesar with. So it's just 3 heroes very strong. Warhammer, Cleopatra, very strong supports. Alexander, very good damage in the front row, so not very important legion also actually. Top 6 we have Hellfire, Warden and Alexander. Okay, this legion is very weird. I don't see the point. I saw Alexander being playing in the third row. It works, but hell, that's really weird. This legion is very weird. It's very defensive, but I'm really not a fan. Especially the heroes that you put with have really better combos. So top 5 we have actually the same legion, Hellfire, Warden, Caesar. I would prefer this one actually than Alexander. It's more logical. Warden gonna pair with Caesar as we say, like the top 9, but we have Hellfire, so Hellfire is working better. So Hellfire also with infantry. So Hellfire infantry doing the tanking support job, and Warden boosting Caesar. Yeah, it's gonna be a good, interesting legion for sure. Top 4 we have Arslan, Warden and Alexander. Okay, this is even more weird legion. So weird legion. But is it really interesting to put Caesar there? Because Arslan is out of meta actually. He's really out of meta now with Harald. So I don't see the point to put Alexander in this legion. So because you're gonna have way better to do with him. So well, yeah, really weird legion. I'm really not a fan also because you have 2 tanks, but 1 tank in in the front, one tank in the back row, and one support who's gonna boost Alexander basic attacks. A little bit weird. I don't like this Legion. Okay, top 3 we have Hunk, Warden, Caesar. So this is more classical Legion. So Hunk, Warden, the combo we know, we have Hunk, Warden, Sendiata, Hunk, Warden, Rainforest. We have a lot of combos like this with those two. They paired. It's not that they paired, they are just very strong. Hunk is really one of the best tanks, especially for mixed Legions. And Warden boosting Caesar, so that's the best Legion to do for mixed, if you have Caesar, without the skins, of course. So good Legion, I guess, good Legion. Top 2 we have, so this is for me the most important here in this list. It's Alexander Bleeding Steed Warhammer, and the top one, Harald Bleeding Steed Warhammer, so same Legion. Of course, Harald is better than Alexander, so this is logical. This Legion for me is the most interesting if you have Alexander. It's going to be the most interesting to put, in my opinion, in a defensive Legion, because this Legion is very defensive. So it's actually the Legion we were using before with Lohman Bleeding Warhammer. So you just replace from with those two guys. But it's really the same Legion. It's going to be doing a lot of tanking. It's going to be great to fight against, for example, Sendiata Legions. It's going to be really great. It's going to be doing a good job also for the against the the compos who have healing. So the compos with Seed and Roland is going to be interesting because Warhammer reduced the heal. So it's going to be a good Legion to play if you have Alexander. It's going to be really interesting to put it as a defensive Legion. For Harald, I do really prefer the Harald Bleeding Healer or Harald Hellfire Healer than this one. But it's a good Legion, actually. It's an interesting Legion, but I do believe it's better full infantry. What I wanted to say, because I wanted to check what actually we have as a free-to-play option. So you have, of course, Harald Bleeding Warhammer that you can play if you are free-to-play. And then you have Harald Lewis Healer, but I don't like this Legion. But for me, actually, the most interesting mixed Legions, if you don't have paid heroes, is going to be this one. The Hunk Ethelfred Sakura. It's rank 15. But it's really a good Legion. If you don't have paid heroes, it's going to be a great mixed Legion to play. Really, really a great Legion to play. Okay, so let's go now for the list with the skins. And here we go. We are now on the app for the Legions with the skins. So in the top 10 with skins, we have Hellfire, Warden, and Alexander. So we saw this Legion. She was also on the top 10. Not a fan of this. Hellfire, Warden, and Caesar. She was also there. Then we have Octavius, Caesar, Warden, and Caesar. So we also had this Legion. She was top 8 or 9 or something. Top 7 we have Alexander the Great, Warhammer, and Cleopatra. So we also had this Legion, also almost the same position. Then we have big changes here. So top 6 we have Alexander, Bleeding Steed, and Warhammer. So this Legion was top 2 without the skins. So all the things who are upward, it's going to be interesting to see. So here we have Liberator, I guess, this hero. I don't even remember this hero because we never use it. I guess it's Liberator, right? I guess. So Liberator, maybe I'm really saying shit, but I really believe it's his name. So this guy and the Warden and Caesar. Why not? I guess it's because the skin of this guy is good. I actually didn't check because this hero is really never went in the meta, actually. We never use it. But well, if you're playing Warden and Caesar, you're not going to put this guy, I guess. You really have better. I'm sure there's a Legion in the top 2 or top 3 with the same, but probably with Hunk. So yeah, not that interesting, actually. Top 4 we have Hellfire, Cleopatra, and Caesar. I guess we had this Legion also as a free-to-play, I guess, but I believe Caesar is not the best Legion to play with him, and really also not an interesting combo. So top 3 we have Harald, Bleeding Steed, and Warhammer, who was the top 1 in the other. Yes, that's what I was meaning. So if you have Hunk, it's gonna be way better, of course. So Hunk, Warden, and Caesar. So if you have the skins, well, the Hunk is not gonna be that interesting, but you need to have Warden and Caesar to make this incredibly strong, because Caesar's skin is really very strong and Warden also is a really good skin. So very good Legion. This is a very good Legion. Very good Legion. And then top 1 we have the Hunk, Warden, and Rainforest. So something to talk about this, because I saw some people playing this on Eden, but without the skins. And let me tell you something. Without the skins, it's really shit. Really, really shit. This Legion was great back then, long time ago, but now it's really beating nothing. Nothing. If you don't have the skins, forget. Don't play this Legion, because the heroes are free to play, but not the skins. So the skin of Hunk, it's okay. You don't need it, but you need Warden and you need Rainforest. 100%. You need those 2 skins to make this combo to be really good. If you don't have, forget. Don't play this Legion. But if you have those 2 skins at least, this Legion gonna be very, very good now, especially because she counters a lot of combos actually. She's gonna counter Harald, especially because she, you know how it works. Her Rainforest have a skill that she's gonna eat, I guess for 3 or 4 first rounds, she's gonna eat the same opponent that she is in line. So it means if she's in the line, the third line, she's gonna eat the guy in front, third line also. So if you're fighting Harald, she's gonna focus the healer, so she's gonna really kill healer very fast with big damage. She's gonna kill healer very fast, and Harald without healer, it's really not the same. He's not gonna heal that much, so it's really one of the best counters for Harald, this Legion, with the skins. It's gonna be really great to fight Harald. It's gonna be really great to fight Sendiata, if Sendiata is in the 3rd row, because some people put him in the middle row, so it's gonna depend. But if he's in the back row, it's gonna destroy the Legion. It's gonna be also very good to play against. I was about to say Avalanche, but Roland tanks some damage of the back row, so actually it counters a little bit this. But yeah, she's actually doing very great against those cavalry legions who have a big hitter on the back row. She's gonna really destroy it, and also against Harald. So it's really a very good Legion if you have the skins, guys. So that's it for this. We finished with the top 10. I'm not gonna do the poison. You can check it yourself on the app. Not really important to explain how this works. Just put the heroes. So I see you soon for the next videos. Thanks for watching. Peace out.